Hi, I'm Michelle Fox. Welcome back. This is our second video in my mini video series all about learning how to brand yourself and use social media to expand your business. Yesterday we started out with sort of a variety of things hitting all over the place. We talked about making your personal page public, starting a business page, considering what you want to call your group, which we are going to launch from your business page, posting a selfie using a favorite product on your personal page to generate interest, and also, what was the last one? To invite your friends from your personal page to like and follow your business page. Phew, that's a lot. All simple things though, right? So today I just want to focus on your personal wall, your personal page. And I think that's how we'll do it for the next couple sessions. We'll talk about your personal page, then we'll talk about business page, then we'll talk about the group. So that's still on the horizon. So keep thinking about that because that's where the magic happens. But right now we're going to talk about your personal page. What needs to happen? What changes need to happen? And how can that help you advance your business? First of all, you are going to start thinking of yourself as your own brand. You are what you are offering your customers, your audience. Stop thinking about offering the company that you work for or represent or their products because you are more than that. You are giving your expertise, your history, your personality, your services. It's so much more than just you are some kind of a placard for some other national company or brand. So what is unique about you and the way that you deliver or supply these services or products? Start thinking about that. What is your niche? What makes you, what would draw people specifically or uniquely to you? The first thing that you're going to do on your personal wall for today's mini session, you are going to get a nice professional-ish headshot of yourself smiling. You do not have to go to a studio. You do not have to pay anybody. It can even be taken yourself. You can put it on a tripod, use a timer, but you want to look nice. You want to have your hair done, makeup on, nice outfit, and you want to be smiling. As wonderful as sexy selfies in the passenger seat are, that is not the image that you want to portray for your business persona, for your business brand. You are now a professional, and even when people take a peek at your personal life on your personal wall, they still want to see that professional. Back to changing how you're thinking of yourself. You change how you think, and that changes your circumstances. Whereas most people think you have to wait for your circumstances to change and then you'll change how you think. But it just doesn't work that way. So as of now, you need to start thinking of yourself as a professional, as someone who is an expert in your field, as someone who wants to look sharp and act respectable and have a standard of excellence at all times. This is not a point necessarily, so this is another add-on, but you want consistency in your pictures so that you are quickly recognizable across social media platforms. Some people will use the exact same picture. I don't necessarily think that's, required, but, part of the reason why you want to, look nice and have a certain look about you is because you want people to recognize you from Instagram to your personal page, to your business page, to your group. And sometimes, those of us, myself for real, definitely, without my makeup, without my hair done, I look totally different. So for me to portray that consistent image, it takes a little work. Trust me. So that's the first thing, is for you to get a professional headshot smiling, because you want to be friendly and approachable. You want them to feel something when they look at you. You want them to feel that they like you, that you are somebody they would want to connect with. Okay? So number 1, professional, so to speak, headshot, smiling. Number 2, got the wrong thing in front of me. This is a big one, and this has taken me a long time to process, and honestly, I did it in small chunks. Number 2, you need to start removing your company name from your personal page. So, for example, if you have the company logo all over the place, specifically in your banner, if you have a company website that ends up in, company.com, if everything that you post is company posts and it refers back to their website, their online catalog, something like that, then it's too easy for people to just sort of think of you as nondescript, no longer individual, no longer representing your brand, but you are just one of the millions of people that represent that, for one thing. But also, if anyone ever had what they perceive as a negative or even a neutral experience with that company, then they right away, whether they realize it or not, they start to kind of pull back, unfortunately. And also, like we were talking about in the previous video, you want there to be an air of mystery. You want there to be some curiosity. I have observed a few people that have crossed over where they do social media training. And so I will watch their social media training, and they will refer to their business, their other business, their other business. And I keep thinking, over time, well, what's your other business? What's your other business? And so it gets to the point where I'm like, well, what is your other business? So now I'm very curious. I want to find out, as opposed to them constantly bringing that up, you know what I'm saying? Like bringing up the name of their business over and over and over and over and over, where you turn, there it is. There's the logo, there are the company colors, and that sort of thing. So it is, again, thinking of, you are the experience. You are your own brand. And what's really fun is that for the first time in a long time, you can think outside of the company colors, the company logo, the company, if they have like a tagline. You get to choose those things for yourself. That is fun. That is cool. That makes you really feel like a different person, like a different, a real business. Like I was gonna say tycoon, but not that, but like a real powerhouse, I guess. That, yeah, I've got my own, brand board. I got my own color scheme and my own font that I use everywhere I go. And you see where I'm getting at? It's very empowering. It's very exciting. And again, it causes people to, kind of sit up and take notice, like, wow, what's she all about? What? She's sharp, she's got her own thing going on. She's got, like her own banner. And then, I see it on Facebook. I see it on YouTube. Wow, what's that? It will change. It's a game changer for sure. So we are talking about removing the company name from your personal page. Yeah. And there are some specific things you can do that we can discuss probably in the future, because like I said, I like to keep these short, but just real quick. So like let's say your website is company.com. You can go to bit.ly, bitly.com, and create a different website extension, or a different HTTP name. So like, for example, you could put that in then it spits out, okay, now instead of it being that, it's this, and it's usually a bunch of letters and numbers, but there is a place where you can go in and customize it. You copy or you highlight the letters and number combo that it gave you that nobody's ever going to remember, and instead you put in something custom. So for me, I have beauty through the ages, confidence, promoting confidence. I have different taglines like that. So I'll start putting in those types of phrases until I find one that nobody else has taken. So now instead of companyname.com, I might be bit.ly.foreverbeautiful.com. Okay. So I have then that's one more way that I am still putting my website on my personal page so that people could click on that and shop or get more information. But it's not blatantly just saying, this is what I represent. Another flaw in that is that if someone saw that that's what you represent, they can very easily Google it. And sad to say, they can go on Amazon or eBay or just about anywhere and try to find it without you. Just circumventing, or is that the right word? Just going around you. And we don't want that. So we want them to come through us. And if sort of taking the company name out of the picture helps put us front and center, then that's what we need to do. Okay, it's a radical thought. It's a lot different. It took me a long time to digest this, and I'm still, deciding, how much I want to adhere to this, because I do think there is a benefit to people knowing who you are and what you do. So, we can discuss that another day. Okay, so number 2, remove company name. Number 3 is that you want to start posting daily. I did not post on my personal page very often at all because I just kind of thought of that as very low priority. But now that we're realizing that people are kind of looking at that to see who we are, to get a little bit of exposure to what we do, it is more important that we start being disciplined to post there daily. However, we are not posting about our products every day. As a matter of fact, we rarely post about them. 80% of the time, you should be posting things about your family, your hobbies, your spiritual life, funny things, memes. You can actually take time to think about probably the 5 landmark areas that you are comfortable posting about consistently, and cycle through those. And those are the types of posts that you're going to have 80% of the time. Post about your dog, post about your grandkids, post about your new house or your vegetable garden, reposting somebody's recipe, something like that. They want to see who you are, what interests you, what are you like in real life. And then 20% of the time, you're posting something that is going to intrigue them about what you sell or what you do. But again, we're not putting that out there blatant where it's just like, boom, this is what it is. This is how much it is. That is something that you do in your customer group. This would be an opportunity for you to be like, for me, I'm getting ready. I'm in my pajamas. I've got my hair pulled back. I've got a charcoal mask on or something silly like that. And I take a picture of myself and say, already or getting ready for bed or whatever, but I'm just letting them know that this is my real life. This is what I do. And whether I say it or not, I'm using a product that I actually represent. So oftentimes that will stimulate conversation. And at some point in the back and forth in the comments, I can say, oh, that's my, it's a charcoal mask. I love it. It's my favorite bedtime ritual, etc. So number 3 is to post daily, but it's 80-20. 80% of the time are just general things about you, your life, your interests. 20% of the time, it can be specifically about what you do or what you sell. However, we still want to have that with an air of mystery. We don't want it to be, blatant. So yesterday, I challenged you to take a selfie with a product. That would be a great example of a post like that. Okay? And how did that go, by the way? Did you get some interest? If not, you can go back and like it and comment yourself. Like say, hey, has anybody else ever used this? Or any guesses out there? You can stimulate the conversation. You pretty much have to most of the time, especially early on. When people they're not used to it yet. They're not used to you engaging them. It's almost like you are training. You're training them, and they will get it eventually. And the more people in your group, the more people in your, more friends that you have, the easier it is to do these things. Okay, number 4. This is really interesting, and it's really, really easy. Every single day, you want to look and see whose birthday's coming up, and you want to wish them a happy birthday. And usually you can see whose birthday is, ahead, like you see whose birthday is today, but then you also see so-and-so's birthday is like in 2 days. That's even better because you're beating the crowd. So you know that somebody that you are friends with has a birthday in 2 days. You can either put on their wall or send them a private message and just say, hey, I see your birthday's coming up. Happy birthday. Hope you have the best day ever. And if you can add something personal, specific, a compliment, a memory, a well wish, something that is going to be meaningful. You remember that they just got a puppy last month. Hope the puppy doesn't, chew up your presents, something silly. That will go a long way. We are connecting with our friends and knowing that it's their birthday and taking the time to send a private message ahead of the curve, ahead of everybody else, and adding, not just saying happy birthday, click, but adding a private message to that or a personalized message means so much. It's huge and yet so simple, right? And number 5, add friends every single day. And Facebook makes it so easy. They say, here are some suggested friends. Do you know these people? Go through and yeah, I do. Oh, wait, I remember her. I went to elementary school with her, or she's so-and-so's sister. Friend request them. This is my whole formula for success, basically, since I've been doing mostly my business online, is that I have very much seen the friends on Facebook as a group that I can tap into and that I can connect with. And I'm not only looking at them with dollar signs in my eyes because I recognize that they may or may not ever purchase from me. It is a genuine opportunity to get to know them and to learn about their life and to bless them and encourage them. That's great. That's most of what we are here for anyway. But in addition to that, as that real relationship develops, it is a very natural segue then for them to want to support me in my business and for me to feel comfortable asking for that support. And so then they transition from a Facebook friend on my personal page to liking and following my business page to eventually coming on board in my VIP smaller group. And then once they're in there, then they're getting much more information about exactly what I sell, what I do, what I'm all about. And then that's where, like I said, the magic happens. That's where the sales and the recruiting, the team building, the training, and all of that sort of thing happens. But it's all, it's sort of like on a timeline, I guess. And it all starts with connecting with your friends on Facebook. So easy. So easy. Okay. So number 5, add friends every single day. So that's it. It's as simple as getting on your Facebook page, your personal profile, your personal wall, and just doing these things. And you are getting yourself set up to be seen as the authority in your field and I've got so much more to share. I can hardly wait. So let's get this done, and then we will talk more soon about your business page. All right? Thanks for your time, and best wishes to you.